Well, after spending the last week talking about football, finally we are back to playing some on the football pitch as the second half of the 2020 to 2021 league season gets underway. And today's highlights are for St Mary's, where Southampton took on a Manchester United side still recovering from the week's events. Popovich was still the head coach, but morale was going to be a key factor. Well, we do have a Premier League match here tonight at St Mary's between Southampton and Manchester United as we begin the second half of the 2020 to 2021 football season. But this whole entire week in this saga of the European Super League really has made the sport of football form and continue over a very dark cloud. We will try to keep the football talking to a maximum, but the repercussions and the punishments and everything that's been rumoured, the talk is not going to go away, even with the collapse of the European Super League. And just a couple of days ago, Manchester United were left without a head coach. They've managed to talk Gregg Popovich round to continue until the end of the season at the least, and that's the same case for Aaron Henwood. But I think the Premier League, even though nothing has been decided just yet, I don't think the talking will be over. The fans definitely have made that clear over the last day or so, particularly at Old Trafford, where the opposition against the Glazers' ownership probably just went up another notch after being calm-ish for so many years. Well, in this match tonight, Fraser Forster does start in goal with Morta Petrus, Vestergaard, Stevens and Ryan Bertrand, with Theo Walcott, Romeo, Smallbone and Demijo coming in the midfield. Shane Long is partnered up front today with Che Adams, as James Ward-Prowse only makes the bench, interestingly. Sergio Romero starts in goal in a Manchester United B team tonight. Ron Bissaka with Jones, Rojo and Luke Shaw. It's Dan James with Donny van de Beek, Fred and Torgan Hazard. Odin Igalo is up front with Amad Diallo, as Igalo is coming to the end of his loan from Shanghai club, and is probably going to be playing his last match in a Manchester United shirt tonight, considering the next game for them, Manchester United that is against Chelsea, and this is very much a B squad scenario from Coach Popovich. Darling, it's to Van der Beek, it's in, 1-0, and that will certainly brighten the mood a little bit for Manchester United. Donny van der Beek has put them a goal ahead. And the unbeaten run looks to go on. Great pass here from Igalo in probably his last game as a Manchester United player. He departs for Shanghai club or Shinua club in a couple of days, it seems like. And he leaves on the assist. And Van der Beek gets a goal. And that's his second goal of the league this season. And Manchester United, they may have a cloud over them, but the results look to be still the same. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Leeds. Chelsea have no manager at the moment, and Ben Chilwell has scored for them. Under caretaker charge at the moment. Thomas Tuchel looking to be announced tomorrow. And he will take charge for Manchester United's big clash against Chelsea at the top. And if Tuchel can avoid another embarrassing scoreline, he's already done better than Frank Lampard has, unfortunately, in that regard for Frank Lampard. Report coming in from the Aston Villa and Arsenal game. And Aston Villa, Mikel Arteta is getting a bit of a run going now. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored for Arsenal against Aston Villa, and they seem to be getting a bit of a run going. It's good to see. Mikel Arteta certainly already being a proven winner here at Arsenal. The FA Cup and Community Shield in a little under a month's time. He certainly made the right impact to start with, but the league form really hasn't transcended that well for Arsenal this season. The same with Chelsea, really. Going to Adams. Getting tackled by Phil Jones. He's further forward than probably he would usually be. Diallo spun his man out. Amad Diallo 2-0. Wonderful run by Amad Diallo. And Manchester United are asserting and playing like champions. That is the morale boost that Coach Popovich and his team will need after the tumultuous week they've had. Amad Diallo thumping it in. It's through no fault of the players or Coach Popovich's own. But boy, did they strike lucky when Coach Popovich decided to come back. But I think the owners are going to have a big say in whether that stays beyond the end of this season. And I think that's why Manchester United fans in particular have been very heavy on their protests this week. They have made their feelings clear on the Glazers. If the Glazers staying on means Popovich leaves, then that's not what they want. Popovich and Henwood are really going to maybe give it some thought now. Diallo. Away. Chested by Fred. And that's the end of the first half. And Manchester United, they've not been at the races, but they have certainly had the best of the first half. And the 2 goals to go with it. And another goal for Amad Diallo, who's flying. And Van der Beek got the opener. Southampton 0, Manchester United 2. It's been a dark week for football, but at least this raises United's spirits somewhat if this run continues. Well, next for Southampton will be Arsenal. We're on a bit of a good run at the moment. Oh, Bernard has come up with it, and I think he's been penalised for handball. Meanwhile, it could be a big blockbuster matchup. The first match for Thomas Tuchel, should he be signed in the next 48 hours, will be going up against Manchester United in the Premier League. And Che Adams. And now, Bafemi. Run to the box. The ball has been loose there by Romero. He didn't look really comfortable with it. And they've come away with it. And Dan James has done brilliantly to judge the flight of the ball. And he's gone. Going to pull it back towards Diallo. Oh, he should have scored. Diallo should have scored. Dan James did absolutely great there. Diallo, probably very unfortunate to be fair. Be kicking himself. Because he has definitely done great in the carry of the load phase that United have been through in the last few months without Mason Greenwood. And Coach Popovich is rolling the dice. Odion Ighalo is probably going off for the final time in a Manchester United shirt to be replaced by Edison Cavani. Popovich wants more goals. Of course, Manchester United will start their campaign in the FA Cup very soon. We're drawn against Arsenal, and of course they have the Champions League in February. The first leg against the last 16 first leg against Borussia Dortmund, and that is going to be a tasty matchup. Eden Haaland, Jadon Sancho, who was rumoured to be a Manchester United player this season. Just to name a couple of names in that side. Marco Reus as well. That's going to be some matchup. If Popovich does somehow come up short in that one, I don't think anyone will really complain. But judging on the form Manchester United have been in this season, you don't see them doing that. Torgan Hazard has left them for absolute dust. Donny Van der Beek, and Van der Beek again. Oh, it's a good save by Fraser Forster. That is a phenomenal save. Donny Van der Beek here, watch the front of the ball bag. Probably didn't get all of it, but Fraser Forster with a fantastic save. United will take the corner. Hazard to take in. Here's Edison Cavani on his head. Maybe 2 more substitutions for Coach Popovich. Looks like Bruno Fernandes and Victor Lindelof will be coming on. And it's going to be Marcus Rojo and Fred that make way for them. sure. Wonderful clearance there by Bruno Fernandes. Cavani picks out Van der Beek. Back to Cavani. Oh, he's still got some pace about him, hasn't he? Hello. Cavani. Fernandes. To make it 3-0. He does. It's all over. And another master stroke substitution by Gregg Popovich to bring on Fernandes. Game over. The run goes on for Manchester United. They start the second half of the season as they started the first half with a convincing win tonight to raise some blue sky over Old Trafford for tomorrow morning in a very, very controversial week. Football is back on the agenda for at least for the moment, and Manchester United continue to make their fans smile through this tough time. Bruno Fernandes with his 8th of the season, and it's game over. Southampton 0, Manchester United 3. Fernandes, Cavani. Southampton just don't look at it, and it's going to be a free kick. And Torgan Hazard's going to be stepping over the ball, but I think Bruno Fernandes is going to claim immediate ownership of this, and he certainly is. Here he comes. Oh, and Forster's actually saved it. I thought it was going in. I thought it was in. I thought it was an absolute peach by Bruno Fernandes, but Fraser Forster has pulled a save right out of the top drawer. That's phenomenal. Jampo, the beginning of Wan-Bissaka here, not particularly, and that is the end of the game. Vintage Coach Popovich night that probably almost never happened, but it's just what they do. Manchester United, it's been a tumultuous week for everyone, but with Donny van der Beek and with Bruno Fernandes as a substitute as well, and Diallo, Manchester United have put a little bit of clear blue sky for Old Trafford tonight. They start the second half as they started the first, winning. Southampton 0, Manchester United 3. So let's have a look at all the weekend scores and what that means for the Premier League table as the second half of the 2020 to 2021 football season has begun. Newcastle United beating Sheffield United by 3-0. Manchester City stumbled a bit with Westwood's goal for Burnley, evening up the odds at the Etihad in the end. Brighton and Everton scored 1-0, and it's just not going right for Carlo Ancelotti and Everton, bizarrely enough. The champions absolutely asserting authority at Craven Cottage with a 4-1 win, but thanks to United's 3-0 win, it still leaves them trailing the league leaders and the unbeaten leaders as well. Chelsea and Leeds ended 1-1, as we reported earlier. Mikel Arteta had a field day against Aston Villa as well, and ended up being 4-1 to Arsenal in the end. West Ham United 3, Crystal Palace 1, West Brom and Leicester was 2-2. Ryan Mason's first game in charge was a 2-2 draw against Wolves, and that was the end of the scores for the day. So, Manchester United still up by 3 points against Liverpool, still unbeaten for the season, and still looking like the team to beat. Spurs stay third, City stay fourth, Wolves stay fifth, and right on City's tail as well. Wolves, you've really got to hand it to them. They're having an absolutely whale of a time in the top 5 and right on the tail of the Champions League places. What a season Wolves are having, and for Nuno in particular, as he continues his amazing run with this team. Chelsea have it all to do now without Frank Lampard, but looking to assign Thomas Tuchel as their head coach in the next 48 hours. They're sitting on 34 points up in 6th, with Leicester City right behind them, and Arsenal somehow right behind them as well. Considering Mikel Arteta's start of the season, things have really turned around for them. Newcastle in 9th and West Ham completing the top 10. Carlo Ancelotti now falling out of the top 10 places, followed by Burnley, Villa, Fulham, Southampton, Brighton and West Brom. That is the safe zone. Crystal Palace, Sheffield United and Leeds United still at the bottom. And like we said, it's starting to get a little bit tighter down in the relegation zone now, with the gap really coming down and Leeds starting to get a few more points on the board.